Hey guys, I just wanted to create a quick video talking to you a little bit about PEMDAS and what does PEMDAS mean and how does it help us solve our equations. Okay, so PEMDAS helps us follow the order of operations or the order in which we have to solve problems in order to get the correct answers. So the P in PEMDAS stands for parentheses. However, wait a second. There we go. I want that in a different color. Let's fix that. However, okay, my board's acting wonky. There we go, finally. The parentheses, the P stands for parentheses, but the P also in general stands for grouping symbols. So it stands for parentheses, it stands for brackets, it also stands for braces. And you're probably like, what in the world? Brackets and braces are things that are on my teeth. Brackets and braces in math are grouping symbols. So when I have two numbers, an operation between the two numbers I need to group together, then we use parentheses. Now, if I have two sets of parentheses that I want to group together, that is when I use brackets. Okay? When I want to group together two or more sets of brackets, then I will use braces, which is these little things that are pretty hard to draw, but eventually we get the hang of it. Okay? Now, exponents. Exponents is something that you learned about last chapter. Exponents is like when you have a base number here and to the power of 2, 3, 4. So exponents is when you have a number that you're multiplying times itself. Like 10 to the second power, that's the same thing as 10 times 10. 10 times itself 2 times, right? So exponents can be found there. The M stands for multiplication. The D stands for division. The A stands for addition, and the S stands for subtraction. But one super important key part of PEMDAS is knowing that there are inverse operations incorporated in this acronym that we have to make note of. So multiplication and division, those are inverse operations. That means that when I have a problem, let's say I had 20 divided by 5 times 2. That's a problem we're just going to use as an example. If I have this problem, since multiplication and division are inverse operations, I'm solving whichever operation comes first in that problem when looking or when reading that problem from left to right, just like you read a book from the left side to the right side. So division comes first. I'm solving division first. Yes, it says multiplication before division in PEMDAS. However, because they're inverse operations, I solve whichever one comes first in the equation. So I would solve 20 divided by 5 and get 4 times 2 is then 8. Okay? Now, addition and subtraction are in the same boat. They're inverse operations or opposite operations. To undo subtraction, we add. To undo addition, we subtract. So if I had a problem, even if I had like 10 minus 7 plus 4, I would solve the subtraction first. Because subtraction, sorry, I'm moving my chair. Because subtraction comes first in that equation. I would solve that first. Now I'll get 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay? So let's say I'm going to erase this. Let's say that I have 25 divided by 5 minus 4 times 2 plus 7. But Okay, PEMDAS says parentheses first, there's no parentheses. Exponents next, there's no exponents. Notice how I'm marking out each letter as I use it. That will help you stay on track. Okay? So next, multiplication, division. Remember, those are inverse operations. So I'm going to look at the left. I'm going to make my way to the right, and I'm going to see which one comes first. In this case, division came first. So I have 5 minus 4 times 2 plus 7. Okay? So I solved the division, but what is still left that is very important right now? Multiplication. I have to solve this next because I took care of the division because division came first in the problem, but I cannot forget about multiplication. So 4 times 2 is 8. I made up this problem off the top of my head, and this has negative numbers in it, which you will not study in 5th grade. However, I would continue solving that problem and find my answer. I would do subtraction first and then addition because that's the order in which they come in the problem. I apologize that I did not make an equation off the top of my head that did not have a negative number. I'm sorry for that. So my point being is that multiplication, division, inverse operations, addition and subtraction is inverse operations. So you do whichever one comes in the problem first, while making sure that you marked out all the other steps prior to that, such as parentheses or exponents, multiplication or division. Okay. So this should help you with your next assignment. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.